It's very easy for us to allow our emotions to run our life. For example, today I want to talk to you guys about how throughout your life you will have difficult situations. And we often hear this phrase of find the good in this, like find the bright side of things. But it's really hard to find the bright side while you're in the dark. It's really hard to find the good in the midst of a funeral or in the midst of a divorce or a breakup or you lost your job or you failed a math test. It's really hard to find the bright side. And what I want to talk to you about is how do we do this? So here are the five things I personally do. For those who don't know, my name is Lawrence. I'm a youth empowerment speaker and I specialize in helping teens, young adults build self-love, confidence, and a positive outlook on life. So firstly, ask yourself, is your situation extraordinarily bad? So you failed a math test. That's bad. It's challenging, but it's not extraordinarily bad. You had a breakup. That's painful, but it's not extraordinarily bad. You lost your job. That's painful, but it's not extraordinarily bad. What I mean by extraordinarily bad is you are living in ultra severe poverty. No food, no water, no shelter in the middle of a desert. You have you're living in a war zone and you stepped on a landmine and you don't have legs. You have a brain condition that made you paralyzed from the neck down. These are the things that are extraordinarily bad. If your issue is not like that, like extraordinarily bad, you are a teen parent and you're homeless, extraordinarily bad. You are living in a place where you have severe issues, like severe problems, extraordinarily bad. If that's not your problem, like if your problem isn't in that category, this video is for you. And remind yourself that, yeah, my problem is difficult. My problem is challenging. I'm having a really hard time with this breakup. My girlfriend broke up with me. I'm crying about it. I'm sad. But I didn't just get divorced and my wife took the kids and she took the house and she moved her new husband or boyfriend into the house that I still got to pay the mortgage on. That's not my situation. It's not that bad. Yeah, I failed a math test, but I didn't fail all of high school. It's bad. Like, I didn't want to fail my math test. I'm stressed and I'm upset about it, but I'm not going to fail the entire year because of this one test. Yeah, I had a, rough issue with my friend. Me and my friend got into an argument, but it's not like this was my best friend my entire life and they stole money from me and now we're just enemies. It's not that bad. And that's a cliche a lot of people say that it's not that bad, which can sound a bit offensive when someone says it to you and you're in the middle of a problem. Like, it's not that bad. But after we calm down and we take our emotions out of it, we can see that most of our problems aren't that bad. Like, we have arguments, we have breakups, we have failed math tests, we have issues, we have problems, and they suck. But they're not that bad. They're not extraordinarily bad. Number two, when you're dealing with a challenging situation, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? What can this teach me? You had a breakup. You and your girlfriend or boyfriend broke up and you're crying about it. You're upset. You're like, man, I really love this person and I thought that we are going to become like high school sweethearts and, have a wife and three kids and it was going to be beautiful, man. I miss her. Well, you can ask yourself, why did this breakup happen? Like, what happened? Maybe I was the problem. We have to admit sometimes we are the one who caused our issues in our life. Maybe you were neglecting their emotions, you were being rude, you were upsetting them, you were hurtful, you were cheating, whatever. Or that person was cheating on you or they were hurtful or disrespectful. Or it could have just been that you two have different lifestyles and those didn't mix well. Maybe your girlfriend really likes staying at home and reading books, and you like going out to parties and nightlife and whatnot. So these two lifestyles don't really mix well. She would probably want somebody who also likes reading books. You would want somebody who likes going to parties. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, what you can learn from this breakup is how to find people you're compatible with. And then you can also look back and go, okay, well, let's reflect on where I went wrong and where they went wrong. Not to hold a grudge against them and say, oh, it's all their fault. No, don't be like that. But also, don't be like, oh, it's all my fault. Don't be like that. Be honest with yourself and look at the full picture. And then you can look at things like you failed a math test. Okay, well, why is that? Maybe you didn't study. Okay, what we can learn from this situation is study more. Maybe you stayed up late last night playing video games and you went to school tired and sleepy, so you weren't able to properly focus on your test. What we can learn from this is if we have an important thing to do the next day, get some good sleep. Maybe you had an issue in life and you can look at this thing and go, well, what can I learn from the situation? What can this teach me so that it is preventable in the future? Maybe you got arrested for a DUI, like drinking while driving. Please don't do that. What you can learn from this is don't drink and drive. Number three, when you're dealing with an issue that is stressing you out and you're upset and it's hard and you're trying to find the bright side, you can ask yourself, do I know anyone who has dealt with this and overcame it? So it might be a mental health challenge. Do I know anybody who has dealt with this thing? Like they felt really depressed or really anxious and they were able to get better. You can go ask that person for help. Or it could be something really severe like an addiction. Do I know anybody who was able to get clean and can they help me? It could be as simple as I have a really hard time studying for my math test. Do I know anybody who's really good at math and could help me with this? And then you go get help from that person. Very plain and simple. It's hard for us to deal with all of our problems by ourselves, and it's hard for us to see the good when we're feeling bad. It's hard for us to see the bright side when it feels like everything is dark. So, talking to somebody who has dealt with the problem that you're currently dealing with and was able to overcome it will help you a lot. It's a lot easier to study for a math test if you have somebody who's good at studying. It's a lot easier to lose weight if you know somebody who was able to lose weight and they can teach you. But let's say you don't know anyone, like you don't know any single person who has dealt with the issue that you're dealing with, but you want to find resources, like you want to find help. YouTube, you can search how to study for my math test, how to lose weight, how to gain muscle, how to start a business, how to handle a toxic breakup. Whatever your issue is, you can find resources like that. What moves us into number four? For the issue that you're dealing with, are there any resources available? So, with studying for a test, very simple, very easy. You can get a tutor. You can ask a friend. You can ask a family member to help you study. That's very easy and simple. With major things such as addictions, there are communities such as Alcoholics Anonymous where they help people to get sober. There are mental health support groups. There are hotlines. There's resources available. So you ask yourself, for the specific issue you're dealing with, are there resources available and how do I get those? For health, it could be getting a meal plan. It could be getting a fitness trainer. It could be getting a workout buddy. There's resources available. And number five, when you're really stressed out and you're like, man, I'm dealing with this issue. My girlfriend broke up with me. I'm really stressed out. My math test, this problem, that problem. Go take a walk. Go take a walk. Get up, go outside. Do some push-ups, get some exercise. It helps you to clear your mind because when you allow your problem to just build and build and build up here, we make it so much worse in our head than it is in reality. Because in reality, your girlfriend broke up with you. But in your head, man, I just lost the love of my life. Ah! And you're crying like your wife just took the kids. But reality is you're 14 years old and your girlfriend broke up with you. It's not that bad. Yeah, it sucks. It's painful. You're in your emotions. You're sad. You're upset. Feel how you feel. But when you go take a walk and you go do a workout or you go write or journal or make some music or listen to some positive music, you'll start to realize that yeah, this problem sucks. I'm sad. I'm upset. But I'm not gonna die. It's not that bad. Like, it's not that bad. And when you're dealing with an issue, and it's not anything that is extraordinarily bad, like you're not living in a war zone. Your house didn't just burn down. You didn't just lose all your friends and family and everyone you loved in a gigantic house fire. If your problem is not extraordinarily bad and your life is not in danger and you're not about to become homeless and live on the streets and you don't have a debilitating medical condition and you're not in some sort of severe danger, remind yourself that it's it sucks, it's painful, but it's not that bad. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got value. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you would like to purchase my books on Amazon, where I go into much more depth about this, you can find my links in the description. And if you're a podcast host, school principal, or run a youth-focused organization, you can contact me at lawrence@lawrenceharris.com. Have a wonderful and fantastic day.